Sulemain Al-Obeid, famously nicknamed the Palestinian Pele, has just been killed by Israeli forces, and the football industry, just like every other aspect of our morally bankrupt world, is turning a blind eye. The former Palestinian international earned 24 caps for his country, bagged over 100 goals in his league career, and famously scored a bicycle kick on the international stage. But now, aged 41, whilst attempting to obtain humanitarian aid in the southern Gaza Strip amid widespread famine, was targeted and killed by Israeli forces. For what reason? Trying to survive? Trying to feed his desperate and hungry family? There is no justification for this whatsoever. Sickening stuff. This is the worst crime, and it's happening every day. His death comes just a week after another Palestinian footballer, Mahmoud Rafa Shaheen, was killed in identical circumstances. This is the 321st footballer to have been executed in the last 22 months in Gaza. Yet what I find particularly troubling about this deplorable situation is the collective silence from our footballing institutions, our media outlets, and people of influence in the game. FIFA and UEFA, the same institutions that immediately denounced and banned Russia from all footballing competitions following their invasion of Ukraine, have done nothing to prevent further suffering in Gaza at the behest of Israel. What a ridiculous contradiction that is. Human rights for some. That should be their corporate slogan at this point. UEFA even have the audacity to tweet about Sulemain's death, but of course no mention as to the perpetrators entirely responsible. UEFA also just fined PSG for displaying a banner that read "Stop Genocide in Gaza." Hypocrites of the highest order. Then there's our football media outlets that know full well about Sulemain's death and the scale of atrocities being committed, but have made the editorial choice to silence all stories relating to footballers being massacred by Israel. What about our journalists who are actively betraying their own profession by not reporting on this? Fabrizio Romano, you post about when Lamine Yamal gets a damn ice cream, but you can't even conjure up an Instagram story following a prominent international footballer being killed. Even independent creators are complicit in their platforms of silence. We are living in the most shameful of times. What frustrates me even more is that empathy is not lost in the footballing community. The outpour of collective grief following the passing of Jota and Andre Silva was a timely reminder that humanity actually unites this sport. But what's happening in Gaza, what happened to Sulemain, is simultaneously eroding the sport's conscience. In a just world, Israel would be banned from FIFA, banned from UEFA, and would be held to account for their seemingly endless crimes against humanity. Till that day arrives though, the least we can do is start demanding more from those of influence in the footballing sphere when something like this happens. At the individual level, we need to do better. I need to do better, because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Rest in peace, Sulemain Al-Obeid.